Welcome in if you're here. Let me know. Let me know how it's going on my video, because this is the first real stream since I fixed everything. Hello, little bug. Littlest bug. Oh no. Are we still having problems with... Oh boy. Still having chat bot problems. I hope it doesn't kick you all again. Oh. Thank you guys for joining, Connexus. Dang it. I thought I fixed all that stuff. Let me see if I can fix it really quick. Let me see if I can fix it. You guys can still hear me, but... I don't have any preferences on my Streamlabs. So I don't know. Everything's turned off. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, Stream Elements. Dang it! I get those two mixed up. That's probably why it's not fixed. That's not what I want. Oh, that's it. All right, let's see if that helps. I'm coming back. Hi, I'm back. All right. Just be kind on my page, since I turned that off. I was thinking about binding this little beauty today. Make sure you guys can see everything well enough. Yeah, bug will kick you if you're not nice. Woohoo! All the Pokemon, and yay! All right, so anyway, I'm thinking about binding this guy today. I experimented with him. I don't know why it's a him, but it's a him. And did a cutout of this little lilac. I don't mind the spammed emotes. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to all the settings. So I didn't realize that's what that was protecting from. So I'm glad I turned it off now, because I like the emotes. They make me happy. All right, so I already did the math with these little tools. And yeah, so I'm going to have to punch the holes today and then bind today. Once we get a couple more people in here, you guys can decide which color we're going to bind with. Put those on the little edge there. But first, we're going to punch some holes. If you ever bookbind yourselves, I highly recommend getting clips. Just saying. I have to make sure this is lined up right. And clip it. Still feels off because I bent the inside of this one a little weird. And I'm going to double check and make sure all this lines up really quick. See if you guys can see what I see. Those dots are really light on the camera, but I think you guys can still see. Yeah, they're lining up. I'm reusing this guy, and then I made this one earlier. This was for a different book, so it can be janky. Alright, oh, I forgot. Oh, my owl's actually where it's supposed to be. Look at my pointy awl. I have two of them, but this one is a little sharper, and the holes get a little less fat. Wow, I've got 5 viewers. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me on my pretty much first live, considering my other one was a little crazy. Oh, I don't need that. I have the holes. This is for the pages. You made yourself some new overlays for your stream? Heck yeah! I want to adjust this because when I fixed all of the technical stuff, the wideness of the camera got wider, and I did it for a different shape, so gotta fix it up. I'll scare you. You've only used one when doing leatherworking. This is pretty much the same as leatherworking when you think about it. It's just not leather. I've got to poke a hole and sew it. So it's very similar to leatherworking. I did buy myself... Is it accessible? I did buy myself this handy dandy thing, and I have not played with it yet. I do have some leather that I've been like nervously not using because I don't want to ruin the leather. Alright, I'm going to poke some holes. Oh, and I use this book, well, X book. It's empty. Just so there's room for the awl to go that's not like straight into the hard surfaces, and that helps get a little bit bigger of a hole because we're gonna need enough room for the needle and the thread to go through twice, basically. And for this one, I did extra holes so you guys can see the stitch a few times. I missed something. Oh, you're quite well versed in crafts and make your own camping gear. That is something that I want to start doing. I'm literally obsessed with like the show Alone. And I was like, I need to learn some bush crafts. But now, like, I'm in Ohio, and the woods here are way different than Oregon's woods, and they freak me out. I've never hammock camped. My friends' sons did that when I went camping with them. They all got their own hammocks. Just trying to push hard enough on these that we get a big enough hole. I'm probably gonna have to make the hole bigger because I always do. I always make it like too small in the beginning. Oh yeah, yeah, and we're right on the edge of the Appalachian stuff, and it's kind of creepy, and there's way more bugs. In fact, a stinking invisible, I don't remember what they're called. My grandma calls them no-sees. Bug bit me today, and it stings. I'm so covered in bug bites because I leave the door open for the dogs, and I need to get a screen for the door. Oh yeah, I can imagine like the draft from underneath you. You gotta get something warm. Okay, let's see. Oh no, look how off this is. Oh well. Maybe I'll do a big giveaway. I was worried about that. This one has such a thin spine that look how off it is. Dang it. This one has such a thin spine. I was worried about it when I was trying to make this guy. It's really close to the edge. Oh well. It'll get binded anyway, and maybe it'll be a giveaway book or something. Let's punch them a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little bit ugly now. That makes me sad. Yeah, no seums. There is? I need to look that up. I was outside for 5 minutes throwing the ball for the dog because I knew I was going to be streaming. And I was on other people's streams today. So I went and threw the ball for her so she would chill out. And I got bit. And then there was a freaking mosquito in here earlier too. I was gonna say, I love bugs too. I agree with you on that. I like beetles and stuff though. I don't like the biting ones. The mosquitoes in Oregon didn't really bite me. That's the thing. It's way different here. Oh, the other thing about this book, I don't know if you guys can see it. I use this, this is antique wallpaper. And I've been using the different colors of the wallpaper, but I chose this one. And you can actually see there you go, the print of the wallpaper on here as well. So it's not a perfect book anyway. So if the holes are off and then you can see that, like, yeah, this is going to be like maybe my first subscriber or something will get this book. Who knows? I'll have to figure out what I want to do. I will figure out music another time. So I'm sorry if it gets awkwardly quiet for a second. Alright, those are plenty big enough. Now, we got to punch the holes in these. And I used maps on the outer. These are actually pretty much junk journals. I don't know if I like calling them junk journals, but that's what they are. It's got this map on the outside of Sweden, apparently. And then we've got these like, oh, this is the right. The map's kind of upside down, but the rest of the things are right side up. So we'll just, it's got these like garden-y pages in here. Make sure these are adjusted a little bit before I punch the holes. It's got some dates on there. You can circle your date. It's got more, oh, it's got another map in the inside. That's right. I did this signature quite a while ago, and I've been sitting here on them for a while, and this one's pretty much the same. It's got a nice big garden scene there. And people use these to journal and scrapbook and do all sorts of fun stuff with. I need to adjust those so they're not so close together. Alright, so let's punch the holes in these. No, wrong one. This one. And if you notice, I've got a line here. This used to be a T for top until I cut it for this book. This book was just slightly shorter. Hey Bug, are you guys hearing me just fine still? Let me know. No more echo. I got that fixed, I think. Alright, and then we're just going to punch in the paper as well. Great. I'm glad it sounds good. Good to hear. Yeah, this mic only has one setting for the bass, so I was worried it was a little low. But if you guys can hear me good, then great. Yeah, I think I had my mic set twice on my sources for some reason. And they were just named two different things. See if I can adjust the light so you guys can see a little better. Yay, no echo today. That's good to know. Yeah, I might try upping my bitrate. I don't know. So here's the thing. If my husband comes home this weekend, which I never know if he's going to come home or not. He never knows if he's going to come home or not. Until, like, tomorrow. I think he said for sure he's coming home, but who knows. Anyway, if he comes home, I might be able to set up the new computer. And then it'll be screaming fast. Because that thing's like, he bought that in November. Or December. He bought it for my birthday, but it was like, I think you actually... Dre! No, it's not behind today, thank goodness. We were just talking about that. Yeah, I upped my internet and I fixed all the settings thanks to Connexus. Thank you so much. He helped me out. I'm just pushing the holes a little bit bigger. Just saying. In case you were wondering what the heck I'm doing over here. Yeah, Chris bought this as, I don't know what he was thinking. He was like all excited to surprise me with it. And he's like, I bought you this new computer. And I'm like, I have like several crafty things that I had on my list of things I wanted. And I'm like, why a computer of all things? And then now that I'm doing this, I'm like, well, let's set it up. He originally took it, I didn't take it back. He bought me a really fancy cooking device. Just make sure this is, yep, this is the top. He bought me a really fancy cooking device as like a sorry for buying you a random computer you didn't need. And he took the computer, or I told him to take the computer, and he gamed on that. And then he started truck driving. And of course, he's not going to use a nice tower in a truck. Thanks, Drafts. I'm excited to see you in here again, too. Yeah. Thank you for joining. See you later. Unless you're still here. Then, hello again. Anyway, so, yeah, now I'm getting the computer back, basically. He got a PS5, and he takes that on the road with him. And then he brings it home, and he games here. Although, I don't know, he just got a new smart TV for the truck. And I don't know if I'm going all the way through. I'm not. I gotta push a lot harder for these pages. Ugh. Normally, let's see if I can sneak this on here. It's gonna be ugly for a minute, but I'm gonna get this up here because this is driving me crazy. How hard it is to push through. There we go. Now I can push through harder. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sending it to your mom. That makes me feel so good. I love that. I know. I technically invited my grandma. I don't think she's getting on this stream. And another lady that's like my mom. Hey, Jess! Thanks for coming in. Things are going much better today. You guys can actually talk to me in real time. Not an hour behind. Oh, yeah. Your mom needs to get on here for sure, Bug. It's easy enough, I think. Don't you can just jump in on a link. Okay, let's see. Is this actually through all of the pages? Felt like it was going through, but some of these are small. We're just gonna have to go through again with the needle. Okay, I gotta make sure these are both still upright. Get rid of this ugly cardboard. Goodbye, cardboard. I mean, my cutting mat isn't very gorgeous either. But it's better. Okay, we're gonna double check. That's upright. This is upright. Okay. And we already punched the holes in the spine incorrectly. So this might be a giveaway book. Because look how far off it is. I did my, my measuring guy got cattywampus. Somehow. This is what I get for paying attention to Bug's stream earlier instead. You made your mom get a Twitch. That's great. I love that. Oh, no. Dang it, Bug. She needs to get better internet somehow. She's not that far into the boonies. Sam Smith. You can. I don't know much about him. But yeah, this is a vent safe space. I do need your guys' help though. I need you to pick the color. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is 1, this is 5. On this guy. His song was teased on TikTok. You're Obsessed, and it was supposed to be released today, but it wasn't? He changed the date to the 20th. Ah, that's teasing. Oh, your mom's in the mountains too? See, I'm the one out in the boonies, but I'm in town in the boonies. Small town, Ohio, but I was going to move to the boonies out here. I'm kind of glad I did it now because I'm a little closer to town. We don't really lose power when everyone else does in the storms, so that's nice. Dang. She needs to, come over to your house and watch me stream. I'm just kidding. Or come over to your house and stare at you while you stream. Okay, any votes on... Oh, you got a 3. 1, 2, 3. This one? This one does match pretty well. Oh, 2 3s. All right. That might be a winner. All right, we're going to do 3 unless anyone else complains. I got to get my wax. Okay. And then the trick for sewing is a little over twice as long, but I have a lot of holes. So I'm just going to do a little bit longer just in case. Because I haven't done this many holes in a while. Newest stream manager, littlest Bug's mom. Yep, that would be hilarious. Ah, where's your vote? I missed your vote, Bug. I don't see any pink numbers. I missed it. What was your vote, Bug? We were voting for colors, but I missed a couple of your guys' votes, and I mixed these up already. But we're doing this color because I already cut it. Oh, well, this isn't gray. It's shiny purple. I didn't bring out a gray. I don't even know if I have gray. Okay, and we're going to wax it. This wax is warm because it was on top of my light. Which is not necessary, but I think it's fun. I have this big old bag. I have white, but I don't know if I have gray. See, I got hand-me-downs. These are hand-me-downs from Grandma. And then some, I've got some other ones on my back shelf over there. But, I don't think I have any gray. Thrift stores. It's just really what I find at thrift stores or I get hand-me-downs for. So I don't want to pay full price for buying. Oh, I might have some pre-waxed that's gray. But I'd have to look for it. I have all my pre-waxed stuff in weird spots because I used it a long time ago. And then I got all these pretty colors. And then we're going to get my narwhal. And find our needle. I thought I had another one in here. I do. I have to figure out which one's going to be better for this. Yes, you guys made me fix the auto mode. I didn't even know. I didn't even get to those settings. Like, because I literally thought Streamlabs and the other one were the same thing for the longest time. Yeah, I need a sponsorship for sure. For sure. I would love a Michaels or a Joanne sponsorship. I think I'm going to do this bigger one. See if I got enough wax on the end for it not to fray. I don't want Hobby Lobby support. I don't think Hobby Lobby wants to support me. Exactly, Chess. And it's the best one near me because the Michaels near me doesn't have any paper craft stuff for some reason. Although I was highly disappointed last time I went, so I might even not. I'm just gonna buy online and not even deal with Hobby Lobby anyway. I don't really want to spend my money there. Gosh, I don't think I got enough wax on the end of this. So even though this is the bigger of the two, this is still a pretty small needle for this type of stuff. Dang it. Just gonna sit here and watch me try to thread a needle. I have to switch to one of the bigger ones. That wasn't in the narwhal. It's okay, you guys can talk about Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a bigger needle, which is gonna be harder to deal with. But it is what it is. Let's see if I can. These are like too big. That one's really fat. That one's bent. This one's a little skinnier. Okay. I think I figured it out, guys. Sorry, I've never threaded a needle under pressure before. Oh, this is too big. Gosh darn it. This is way too big. Where's my other one? There it is. Now I've just got needles everywhere, but oh well. You seem spicy today, Jess. Your song didn't come out. So frustrating. Okay. All right. We've got it figured out now. This is the fatter one. This is the fatter one. The other thing about this book, this is a wonky book in general because one of the signatures is fatter than the other. And if you don't know what a signature is, it's just the stack of pages that you're going to put in. Okay, so we go in the first one. And you poke yourself with your needle because that's what happens. And you pull it all the way through. And then you go out the the last one. And then go out of frame because you're trying to look for your hole. Just going to say hole a lot in this stream, apparently. The other thing is I put this book in my book press, and so it's very stiff now, too. Come on. There we go. And then we're just going to make sure it's tight, and then make sure we have enough on the other end. And when you pull, don't pull straight, pull sideways. That kind of helps it. Like that. Kids wouldn't stop talking. Oh, that's the thing with kids, right? They just happen to have mouths. And they say things all the time. And, oh, and those kids, yes, well. Kids at school, those get loud. There's lots of them. Alright, and then we're going to go back in the next hole. And we're going to just... Okay, and then I got to make note that I did not... That got a little loose, so we got to tighten it again before we move forward, because it will screw everything up even more. Yeah, you can't send the school kids to their rooms, unfortunately. Unless it was online school, and that would be a whole different story. And probably not productive for their schooling. Alright, so, okay, this stitch, I'm doing the dot stitch today. We're going to go in once, wrap it around, go in another time, and if I'm going too fast, you'll see it again, so don't worry. And I don't think any of you guys are following along right now. Yeah, your 4-year-old and 2-year-old might be a little too young for shut up, I guess, so maybe. Okay, and then, so we went in twice, and then we're going to go in on the other side. Back in the hole. And you kind of gotta wiggle it sometimes, but this one actually came through for me real easy. And I'm pulling it tight again. And then there's our little dot. And these books are so fun to like run your fingers along the spine. Stick it in and wiggle. Yeah, that is true. That is what that is what you're supposed to do. Alright. I'm going back in the next hole. Gosh, I hope I didn't use too much of my string on this, and I don't think I'm going to. Alright. Wrap it around once. Adjust it. Wrap it around again. Oh, bug. Tighten it again, straighten it out, and then back through the hole. I knew your guys' minds would. That's why I was like, I'm just going to say a whole bunch this stream. I guess that's just what we're going to live with today. Okay, going back in the next hole. Try not to ruin it. Not listening to me this time. Just trying to line it up. There we go. Got it. Got wax on my finger still. Oh, butts. Came out of my... This one's almost too big now. All right. Now we're going back through. It totally came out too. Dang it. After all that work. I got it this fast this time. You're back for like 15. I'll take 15 minutes from Dre. I'll take it. We're going in, around, adjusting, round, adjusting. I'm going to run out of, I might run out of line because I pulled too much on this side. We'll see. And then back through on the other side. Keep pulling this like too close to me. But, and the holes are all messed up. But this might be a giveaway book. Maybe I'll give away once I give it away, and then some like other goodies once I get affiliate. Pikachu! Oh, I almost lost it again, guys. Alright, there's another dot. Back in. Yay, this one listened to me this time. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh goodness, Bug, your journals? Is that what they sound like? I don't want to know. Or do I? Wrapping it around twice. And back in. Look at the little purple line. That's the nice part about this stitch with this many holes is it's got a nice little stitch mark on the inside, and there's more bumps. Pull, and then we're gonna wrap twice. 1, 2. I usually do half as many holes. I'm just gonna keep saying hole. That's just what's gonna happen this time. Jiggles as he writes butts in his Texas. Oh. I should have put 18 plus on this. Whoops. I should have known better with you guys. You think crafting, it's nice, simple. Not too racy. No violence besides the stabbing of myself with needles. Okay, Jay, I want to see your calligraphy of the word butts. I want to see it. Put it in the Discord, please. Maybe that should be your next stream, Dre. In calligraphy butts. I don't care if you can't write it. You need to do it anyway. You just try. Just try, even if it's ugly. That's usually what my calligraphy looks like, because I have absolutely horrendous handwriting, but I still try to do calligraphy sometimes. Once you're done, I can borrow it so I can make a painting. I will also make one for you. Oh. Alright, we've got 2 more stitches to go, guys, on this signature, and then we've got 1 more signature. Going in, and around, and around. Adjust, and then go in on the next, or not the next, but the other side. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog grumbling. She really is not amused by me talking to you guys right now. Did it again. Look at the bumps. I was so close to the end, guys, and I still I've gotta thread it again. I'm gonna have to, I think it was just this thread in general was kind of annoying. So I usually use a smaller needle, I think. Your team is naughty, but like bad naughty. Warzone? Are you talking about Warzone? Okay, I think it was Cold War. I absolutely loved Warzone. I think it was Cold War. I'm not good with names or anything like that, but or not Cold War. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, this is the last one, guys. I almost ran out of, but I'm okay. Actually, we're gonna end up wasting some, but this needle's so big I kind of needed the extra. Alright, and then all we're going to do, finally take it off the needle on purpose. All we're going to do is we're going to tie a little knot, and it's waxed, so it tightens pretty well. Yeah, that's what my husband always wants, to buy the newest one. And it's like every time, and then if we both want to play, it's $60 for both of us every time. I just don't. I can spend a big $60 on a lot of things. Alright, just tighten it up and cut it. Some people like to loop theirs in. I don't care about it too much to do that. I'll just cut it small and then lay it a little bit flat there. And that's it. That map looks neat in there. This is the first or second book I've done the map in. I think it's the second book I've done the maps in. Because I found a really cool book of maps that I'm stealing pages out of. Alright, and then we're on to our next janky one. But look at that! If it was just one signature, it would look great. Because I pretty much centered it. Like a mile of binding thread. Thank you! Yeah, I dig the maps too. Okay, we gotta get some more string. We're gonna go a little more than twice as long. And then we're going to wax it. I like to wax the end first and then go and do the rest. And that wasn't in far enough. Let me see. Makes you want to set up a hover cam and do like joke art. I mean, I'm just gonna say like I've been going on a lot of craft streams and like chat with me streams where people are just journaling and stuff, and like they're not like taking it seriously. It's okay if it's not like crazy good. People are still like enjoying themselves. I'm gonna see if I can get this in the smaller one now. I'm gonna extra wax it again. Where you act like you can do something great, but it's just like film is real. See, that's what I like am literally fearing. If I this is why I'm doing bookbinding, because like if I jank this up and it's like not cool, oh well, right? Like, although I did spend a lot of time on the cover. Anyway, still, like, but you can tell when art is bad. Like, and so I'm afraid I'm gonna get like on here and choke. And like create something awful. So, I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I try to do any of my other art. Plus, I'm trying to learn 2 new mediums. Like, I am not, like, proficient in watercolor or gouache. And that's what I've been using this past year. You want to see my weird art? This is my weird one. This is the one I messed up. I was trying to make... I don't know where... Where is my... Oh, I put it away already. I've got little landscapes. I'll just see if I can find one really quick. Sorry, Dan. Didn't mean to spook ya. I don't know where I put them. They're not in here. Oh, I know where I put them, but I'm not going to look for them right now. Never mind. I was going to show you my... You can go on my Instagram and see my landscapes if you want. That's what I was trying to make with this thing. It was like this abstract landscape. And I put the sky way, way, way too high. And it just was not working right. And so I made this. These little blob alien dudes. No one wants to see people better than them. You know, you might be right. Like, I don't know. There's a couple streams that people were definitely better than me, and I enjoyed it. But I think I enjoyed the other ones just as much. Like the simple ones just as much that weren't like super... That one was inspired. It might have been. I can't remember if I was doing it during your stream or not. I think it was. Was I? Tell me if I was. I can't remember. I'm literally blocking this whole week out because I think I was just so nervous for my first stream, and then it went the way it went. Okay, we gotta make sure things are facing the right way. And okay, I did it right. Did that one right. See if we can do this one right. Sorry, I was doing that out of camera. These are all messed up. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, this is top. This is top. Okay. So that's the biggest thing that can happen with these books. If you like do stuff with any writing or anything like that and you put it in wrong, I do other books with pockets in them. Oh man, putting a pocket upside down, it's like the worst. Alright, we're going all the way in the first one, making sure we leave room to tie it. And then going in the last hole. Apparently I'm going to try it left-handed because that seemed right. Like how on your second stream you've got my average. This is my favorite thing to happen since sliced. It's my favorite thing to happen since sliced bread too. Like, oh my goodness, I can't even with like the support, you guys. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna cry. Just thinking about it makes me want to cry, guys. Oh, you guys watched me do my one fail that I do all the time. I somehow looped around the cover instead. So I gotta pull that out. But that's okay. I'm gonna pull out the other side, though. I'm gonna pull out this one. There we go. I did it wrong, is what I did. Whoop! And I'm gonna tear the pages doing that. Careful. Careful when you're pulling the string, guys. No. I do want to go this way. Alright. Then we go in all the way on the outside, not the inside, and not looped around. The dog stamp. Which one? No. Which one? Oh. Yeah, the dog stamp from last week. No. Wait. You're talking about this guy? Oh, by the way, this is how it turned out. I got it splotched because I was like freaking out over the stream. But on purpose, kind of. I want to do my own stamps too because I want to make the ones you can put on clothes and stuff. And I want to start carving my own. Does she do that on Twitch? Because I would watch that in a heartbeat. That's like okay, you want to know what infuriates me about even wanting to do that? And I know I said that weird, but oh well. I went to the best art school for printmaking. Like, they had an entire major for printmaking. And I always thought, oh, I would never do that. That's not my thing. Like, I was like a super expressive painter. And so the detail work that printmaking requires, I was like, I'll never be into that. And so I never even took a basic class or anything. And that is one of my biggest regrets. I didn't finish school cuz who has money for that when it's 2009? But yeah. You gotta get her on it. Well, yeah, I guess planning it wouldn't be fun on your end, but still. Yeah, you gotta bring out the stamps. She has at least one that she has to, paint manually because she doesn't have any. See, that she needs to get this ink you spread. There's ink that you spread out with, a roller. this is art school. I mean, from after that, like, one of the things I realized is if I put in the time, I can learn pretty much anything. All right, Jess, thank you for stopping in. Please enjoy your dinner. But yeah, that's one of the reasons, like, I quit art school was because, yes, there was some brilliant teachers there. There was also some not so brilliant teachers there, honestly. But, it, like, the amount of, I was paying what you pay for, like, Harvard for this art school, this private art school. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And what kind of money, was I planning to make? Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't think. The debt would have been astronomical if I would have stayed. Alright. I'm just trying to get it back in where it's supposed to go. This one's being a little weird. There we go. It's not tight again, so I'm going to have to readjust. If you get this first stitch, like, loose, it throws the whole dang book off, honestly. There we go. Alright, and then, so it doesn't matter which side your line comes out, as long as you're going back over the stitch or the line. So if it came out on the other side of the hole, I would have just adjust and did it the other way. So I don't know if you guys noticed that when I was stitching the other one, but it really didn't matter as long as I'm wrapping it around. And then for the third one, wrapping it one more time and going through the hole. And I'm going to try to pay attention to what I'm doing so I don't stab myself. It's not going to listen this time. Nope. Sometimes it goes in like one of the pages, or it goes in like a couple, and then it goes in the side, and it's really annoying to get it to go elsewhere when it's doing that. There we go. We did it! I need Beth's Dora sound. Or bugs. I'm sorry! Are you running away, Dre? Where did he say goodbye? I'm not... Oh, there it is. Have fun at movie night. See you later. I think this one's a little harder just because the holes are so off kilter from... Dogs are barking. Probably nothing. And two. Got dog hair in there right when we're talking about dogs. And then one more. this one's gonna be rude. Oh, I almost got it and then I moved. Dang, this one's being really rude. There we go. We did it. How is everybody's night? Having a relaxing time watching me get frustrated over these books. Going back in. I genuinely appreciate everybody that's in here. Even the lurkers. I'm just so happy right now. I'm going to try not to cry again. But thinking about everybody hanging out right now. And the fact that, like, a couple weeks ago I wasn't even, like, dreaming of doing this. The chillest frustrated person ever. I might be the chillest right now. In real life, I don't know. I think it helps that I've taught kids before. I'm not even throwing it. That's true. I think it helps that I taught kids before, because, like, I don't want the kid to be frustrated, so I'm not going to get frustrated, you know? There's me using my nail as a thimble, which is not recommended because you can really hurt yourself. Don't do that. What I need to do is there's a gal on TikTok called Bookbinding Bum, and she just gets pliers and she just pulls it out, like, yanks it out with the pliers. That's what I need to do. I do have thimbles in that little tin, not the narwhal one, but the other one. But I've never used them. I actually just found that tin. It's like that's another hand-me-down thing I got. You use the pliers and you break the needle. Her needle was bent up. I will say that. Like, it was janky. Gnarly bent. So I can imagine that easy enough. See, look at all my bumps. They're so fun. I get excited when I get like this many in there. It doesn't look terrible. It's just off. Because it's so dang close to the edge, you know? Oh, I couldn't. Oh, you just made me cringe, bug. Ugh, I cannot do no teeth. I've got such bad teeth that, oh gosh, I would ruin them. Even more than they're already ruined. Also, the Bookbinding Bum does a different type of bookbind where she goes through like the whole journal. She uses like a drill and drills through all of the pages. And then she has to pull it through like thick pages. So, dude, how can you even bite a needle that hard? You crazy lady. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't like it. Ugh. Owl is just like, where'd he go? Where'd my owl go? It's just a poke. It's just a poke. Oh, are you talking about the drill? Yeah, the drill is... That method is really easy. I actually want to get a drill and do a few of those books because they lay flat. And they're actually really cool. Oh. I don't even care if you have a strong jaw. I just, nope. Nope. My teeth are so bad and so brittle that just thinking about that makes me cringe. Anybody have any suggestions for a second camera, like which webcam you would recommend? Because I think I'm gonna get a second camera this week as well for my face. Rickums. I see you, Rickums. If anyone. That's Ricky, the emojis. Bug's dog. Did he? Okay, I'll have to check. Try not to get my needle tangled with my hands being all... Wow, we've been hanging out for over an hour, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. I really appreciate you guys for being here and just hanging out. If you feel like it, say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. If you don't feel like it, that's okay. This is for everyone. Even if you don't want to be seen or perceived today. Well, this is going to be rude to me today. Honestly, I have a used DSLR and I got so overwhelmed by that thing trying to figure it out. I even have a really nice tripod. But I did actually pull it out and like see if I could figure out how to like face it. But it's so chonky. And I have moderately limited space for all of this stuff. Oh, this one's being... Oh, I'm going like through the fibers of the yarn, which does not help. Sorry if you guys can't see very well right now, but I just have to get the right angle on this one, and it's really annoying me. It's not listening at all, to be honest. Why isn't it not going through? Yeah, that's when I had a webcam for like 2020, but that was before we moved across country. And I have looked everywhere I can imagine. Oh, it finally went through! I've looked everywhere for that thing. Because it's just going to be my face cam. Like, I don't even need it to be that great, but like, I'd like the option of So if I ever do painting and stuff, I may want to do like a palette cam and then like the painting cam, because some people like watching the mixing of the paint. So I may not do like my face that day. I might turn it into a palette cam or something of that sort. I also am like half tempted to get a doggo cam too at some point. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but they do lay over there on their bed. At least one of them fights for that bed when I'm in here. The red hound is there right now. The black one did not win the bed. I think she's guarding the house for us right now. Alright, we're going to go back in. This is our second to last stitch. And then after this, if people want to hang out some more, I'm going to make another cover. Possibly. If you guys want to see a cover being made. Well, there is like 40 other beds in here, and she's probably on the chair in the living room, honestly. Because I didn't shut the, oh, this is when I need the pliers. I didn't shut the, blinds yet for the evening. So, she's probably guarding the front and sitting in her chair, which is a human chair, but she claims it. Actually, she claims the better chair when I'm not there sometimes. But Cayenne gets to be next to me. She's passed out right now, too, in her little candy corn shirt. Alright, that was it, guys. That was the last stitch. We're going to tighten it. And this is definitely wonkadoodle. My books are not normally this wonkadoodle. I'll actually show you guys. Do you want to see some of my books? My done books that aren't wonkadoodle? I'll show you those if you want to see them. Let me know. I'm going to take a sip of water here in a second. Try and get this tied. Yeah, see, look. This is like, it's a little, the pages are that far off from each other for some reason. Just because I think it bends. Let's cut that too. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a giveaway book. I'm not going to make someone pay for this because it is sideways. But it's still like fun for sensory, and it's cute. And then it's got the maps. Alright, I'll show you a couple. Here's my couple minis. This is the same stitch. But less of them because it's a smaller book. And then I did a antique little pearl dealy bop. And this is done with my hand-dyed paper. So it's got these pretty papers in there. And then this is my hand-dyed paper, which this dang light is going to wash it out. But I don't know if you guys can see the different tints and stuff in this paper. There's some splotches and stuff. But this is hand-dyed paper, so it's a little more antique-y looking. A little more fun. And it's really thick, so it's good for all sorts of different stuff. Well, that's a good page. Yeah. Oh no, there's something on the camera. That's annoying. Oh, there's another good one. Sorry guys, I'll have to clean that later. I don't have a rag or anything here right now. But yeah, so this is made with my handmade dyed paper. And then I make these, and I'm going to do that on live sometime. I'm going to make these flowers too. Because they're so fun to make. And it would be a good, like, chatty thing to do, I feel like. And then this is hand-dyed elastic. And these are all of these so far have been vintage wallpaper. Which I have other ones that are different stuff. But, yeah. This is pretty much the same as the last one. Fun hand-dyed paper. And the inside, so I made a bunch of these. All the different papers are different. All of them are different or different. Each paper is unique. That would have been a lovelier way to say it. I love that one. And then this one had like kind of a rainbowy thread. So it changes. It's really hard. The one thing with this night setup is the lighting is a little wonkadoodle, but yeah. So it changes color as you go, which is a little bit fun. You guys can't tell very well. Alright, thanks for lurking. I don't mind. Thank you for hanging out. Alright, and then let's go get my Granny Goth book. You'll see a bigger one. I've got lots of those little ones. Everything's for sale. I just haven't listed it yet. So if you like something you see, just PM me. Ooh, Target. Enjoy. This is my Granny Goth. I call it my Granny Goth book. Because it's got the lace, but then it's got this purple darkness to it and the black lace. Or the black, sheesh. Lighting's really wonkadoodle today. It's got this black ribbon. And then we've got the crystals and the black inside, black and butterflies, black and white. Oh, this is upside down. Upside down and backwards. Yeah. And then this one's got lots of pockets and stuff. And more of my hand-dyed paper. And it's got lots of little tabs. And it's got a few different types of paper in it. But it has lots of little pockets. Some Heidi spots. Even more, oh, you're missing. Even more little tabs and stuff. Little journaling spots. Bookmarks. And with all of my journals, this is the one thing I messed up on the this one is I put the ribbon upside down, which is fine. And this is like my favorite dyed paper because it got all those cool marks. Tynes, welcome in. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone on having problems with the right words. But welcome in. Thank you for joining and thank you for chatting. I'm just showing off my little granny goth, and this one took me for stinking ever because I like put each of these different things and then I sewed them all on and all that. It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh yeah, this one's got a black envelope in it, which I like. This is perfect. Perfect for an October journal. For sure. Another little tag, and then this one opens up like this, which is kind of fun. And this is a little bookmark I made with a crystally thing on it. Yeah, no worries about lurking. I totally understand. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I really appreciate you just being here, honestly. This is like the best second stream I could ever ask for, honestly. So I appreciate everyone who's just hanging out with me and dealing with my weird spot on my camera. Oh yeah, this is a little moth bookmark. He's kind of on there. A moth bookmark I made, and it's fuzzy. This is fuzzy, guys. This is also antique wallpaper, but isn't he cute? I need to make a couple more of these guys. I need to find more of these moths. There was like, he's part of like a scrap, but he's cute. Little tuck spot there. When I make you one, I will put something in with the velvety wallpaper because I've got more of that stuff. I will have to make you I'll have to put some in with the velvety. I will have to put some of the velvety wallpaper in. Anyway, yeah, so this is my Granny Goth book, which is like one of my bigger ones. And this one is for sale on my shop, actually. That one and my sunflower one, which, do you guys want to see the sunflower one, or do you want to see me make, start making a cover for another book? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to put this away. Cover? We got one vote for cover. Oh, you meant for your walls. I don't have enough to put on your wall, though. I better put these sharp things back in my narwhal tin. Oop. Or fling them around, you know, whatever's safe. Back where you go, Mr. Narwhal. I'll put these away for the moment. Gotta clear off some space because the cover's gonna take a little bit of room. The other thing I'm wondering is if I should... Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be cutting a whole lot, so I might bring my guillotine up here. It might look a little crazy on the camera when I'm cutting, but I'm not going to be cutting a lot of stuff today, so I think pulling it up for you guys to see is probably going to be fine. If I'm going to cut a lot of paper, I might yeah, back it up. There we go. I just have to cut this guy down to size because he is going to be, and he is just the back of a paper pack. I recycle here. One of the biggest things I do is I recycle all my old boxes. I've got mac and cheese boxes in there. These guys were made out of my what is it called? Electrolyte powder boxes. They come in these cute little boxes, right? And so I made the cover out of the boxes. Today we're doing a bendable cover, so we needed something a little more malleable. And so yeah, we try to recycle almost all my boxes and stuff. I don't even have my recycling set up right now because it's Ohio and it's different than Oregon. And so I have to call them, honestly. Chris is usually the one that does all the bills and stuff. And I have to call the because you have to like separately call. It's a whole different company. It's not the same as the it's not the same as the garbage company. You've used cardboard that came out of your cat litter box. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, if it looks good, it looks good, man. I'm just cutting the edge off of this because it had this plastic sticking off of it. And then we'll cut it down to size. So, the other thing you guys are going to learn about me is I am not a measuring queen. The only thing I do, like, major math on is, these guys that you saw me using earlier. These gotta be right, or you get what happened. I kind of rushed my measuring tool on this one, and that's why it's janky and off kilter. So anyway, these are what I use my math brain for. I will probably never do these on stream because I will get them wrong if I'm not paying attention. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, these are my signatures for this new book. I'm just going to kind of line them up and mark so we have extra room. Let's make a little bit more room for the spine, and then actually have a mark here on my pink mark here on my I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like lots of little marks and stuff for different projects on here, and I just mark it on this guillotine, and I I'm gonna turn it around because I cut that so it's a little shorter. Line it up, slice. Found this guillotine at a garage sale, so please don't ask me where I found it. Because that's it. At a garage sale. I've had a couple people ask me, like, and then we've got to, okay, talking to you guys and I'm not paying attention. Okay, so we're gonna cut it a little bit taller than these guys. And there's that. So far, so good. Bug, you're definitely big on recycling too. Yeah, for sure. It's important. Okay, and then the other thing. That's going to be slightly annoying. Do I have room? I don't have room. Oh, well. I accidentally cut the wrong part because this guy's going to be dumb, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to lock this guy and put him away. I don't think we need him right now anymore. Drink some more water. Oh, you guys want to see? This is the fabric. It's a little lighter than the screen shows. Got pretty dark today, so my camera's a little bit off. And this is actually pretty thick fabric, so I'm not going to have to put a liner in it. Sometimes I'll put a liner in the fabric so the glue doesn't go through too far. And we're just going to cut with the fabric scissors that I finally bought. We're gonna make sure there's enough space on all the sides. And it's okay if it's not perfect because a lot of this isn't going to be seen. That away. And put that away. So, and I'm going to put these guys aside so they don't get glue on them. And I like to clip them together just so they don't get lost. Alright. And probably should have thought about ironing this, but I might have time to iron it. I'm gonna grab my iron. Uno momento. Try not to scare the dog. Alright. This is gonna have to heat up for a second. How's everybody's evening going? What did we do today? Tell me about your week or your day. Sorry if that made a noise. My arm is like on the speaker. Wax doesn't need to be here right now. All doesn't need to be here right now. This is already heating up. I just gotta bring my cardboard back, I think, so it doesn't get too hot. Normally I'll grab like a towel or something, but we're just trying to be quick, really. That's just a scrap from my other projects. Oh yeah, your day was good until your call, then it went poop. I don't want to pry. I'm sorry you had a bad call. I hope that whatever it was all works out in the end. Just gonna try to get these creases out from the folding. I have to flip it over. because it will show up a little bit on the cover, and that gets annoying. A good friend of mine here in Ohio was at a garage sale and bought me this too. I never had this. Oh no! An error occurred. That's not good. Is everything good on that end still? Uh-oh. Well, my recording stopped, but that's okay. Everything looks good with you guys, that's fine then. We'll just keep going. Alrighty. I think something just happened with the recording. I don't know if I pressed a button. My cardboard was kind of leaning on the keyboard. I think we got most of that. Well, that's the thing with these creases. This is my Oma's, my great-grandmother's fabric. And so some of it has been sitting for a while, creased like this. Okay, I'll check that later. And so some of these creases don't want to come out. But hopefully the glue will help, which that is the one thing I didn't grab earlier, was the glue. Set this over to the side. Hopefully I don't burn anything down with it. And then I've got to stand up and grab my glue. Wherever I put it. It was back here. But I was like, it doesn't go there. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're actually going to keep... So, forgive me for the ugliness of the cardboard. But we're going to keep it down just to keep things clean. We use PVA glue because it's flexible. It is made for bookbinding, and especially with this type of book, you need it to be flexible because it's not going to have like a spine like our last book. It's just going to curve around, and yeah, and that'll be it. So, what we're going to do is, because this is a little bit slippery, I'm going to score it so the glue seeps in a little bit. And this is just a trick I do to help with this recycled material that happens to be slick. If I was using this side, I wouldn't really worry about it because it's got more porous surface. But this one, I just like to, and I better do extra on this plastic spot. Okay, there's a sound delay. Yeah, I think I bumped something with the sound. I apologize for that, guys. Okay. That's good to know. I will try not to bump stuff next time. I was pressing buttons and stuff with the cardboard, so who knows what I did, but just have fun with it if you want. I mean, I just need enough space for the glue to seep in. And it would probably stick moderately okay without doing this step, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, I guess, when it comes to that stuff. Okay, and then here's my big tip, if I can find it. There it is. I might actually need to clean it off. This is a Bug knows what this is. What is this, Bug? I got this mask spreader from the dollar store, and it is absolutely perfect for spreading glue, because then you can just, like I'm doing right now, I can just pull the glue off of it. And what I did was I did, because these are meant for your face, they're a little curved normally. I just went in with my scissors and I cut the curvature off of it a little bit. So yeah. And then let's see if I have a little container for my glue. It's got some old ink in the bottom of it, but this should be fine. Normally I do like a covered container, but they're being used at the moment for other projects. Getting weird notifications. It's nothing about the stream though. It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to use this bowl, and then I can cover it with plastic wrap later if I don't use all the glue. I might actually use all of this glue. I'm going to get a couple of these little crumbly bits out of the way. And then we're just going to layer it on pretty thick. I actually do it thinner than some other bookbinders because I'm frugal. And I'm not looking forward to buying more glue, even though it's really not that. It's pretty reasonable priced. I'm just frugal. Well, I'm going to try to do moderately thick with this because it is that slippery side, and then you just want it to adhere really well. There we go. Almost done. A little bit more on this edge here. Okay, and I usually have a paper on top of this cardboard. I always have a piece of paper down, and I didn't do it this time, so I'm kind of keeping note where some of the glue came off and wiping it up a little bit because I don't want it to really get on the front of the fabric. Alright, and then we're just going to put this down in the middle. What is the product? Let me know before you post the link. Just as a heads up. Okay, I'm going to turn it over now. And I'm going to use my bone folder. And we're going to, actually, this is a little thinner than I thought. So some of the glue is seeping through. But it dries clear, so it shouldn't be too bad. And at least I will know for next time. Oh, what product for glue? Is it like is it glue or is it like a glue spreader. Yeah, you can go ahead and post that. That's fine. It's a craft supply. That makes it's on brand, at least. So we're just spreading it and thinning it, or not thinning it, but like smoothing it as best as we can to get that adhered nice and good. You can get these anywhere. Oh, a holder for glue. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and share it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bend it too. And yeah, it's going to bend just nice. It's going to bend well for us, so we're good. And then sometimes the edges don't get enough. So I will go under and just get the edges. And then we'll smooth those too. Got a peek at this. Ooh! I do like that. That is neat. And those tools are cool too. Heck yeah. I'm gonna have to save up for one of those things. I love that. Yeah, I literally had dollar store containers for my glue. And then half of them had holes in it, so I had to like fill it in with the glue so the holes wouldn't dry the glue out. Okay, and then we're going to cut the corners off. Save those for other projects. And then we are going to glue edges down. And we're going to do the long sides first. Yeah, I'll definitely have to save it for later or add it to my wish list. I have so many art supplies in my wish list right now. Okay, I'm going to keep in mind that I put glue there since I don't have anything down to keep these safe. Just wipe it up with my finger. And then we're going to... you guys can't see that very well, but I'm going to just push down. And I wasn't as careful with the glue on this side because most of it's going to be covered. And like I said before, the glue is going to be dry clear anyway. Alright, and then we're going to do the next side. What kind of stuff do you do, Tynes? What kind of art do you do, or crafts do you do? Do you bookbind too, or? All right. You. How do I... Is it Tynes? Oh, I was just asking if they do any... What kind of crafts they do, since they're so knowledgeable. I was curious. Tyne. Okay. Oh. Why am I reading it that way? That is funny. Tina. That's easy. Oh, Tina's. Ah. Oh my goodness. It's the S. It threw me. It threw me. What do you do? Craft-wise and stuff. You're so knowledgeable. You've got all these tips and tricks. Oh my goodness. You guys, if you come back on my channel, you're just going to have to know my reading skills are not as good as my art skills. I will say that. Oh yeah. You're right. Thank you for joining. I dropped into so many streams this week because I've been like binging everything and just trying to make friends. Oh yeah, thank you for joining. I did. I actually jumped in on your centerpiece earlier too. Thank you so much for joining. I did not realize you were the same person for some reason. And I'm just making sure my corners are... That's funny. I was so totally in there lurking on your stream earlier today too. I've just been so frazzled. So my first stream on and your centerpiece turned out stinking great too, by the way. I got really frazzled because my last stream was so bad with the technical difficulties. It went well, like support wise and everything, but it was so gnarly. So I've just been a ball of nerves, but I've been watching everybody's streams and everything at the same time, so I think it's just messed with my memory, honestly. But having you guys in here today and like seeing how like chill everything's been today makes me feel much better, honestly. Alright. Last one on this side. So I'm going to have to let this dry for a minute before I use my sewing machine, or it'll gum up my needle. So I'm going to show you a couple more of my journals, if you're okay with that. Oh, and we can pick, I need to pick the inside. And I do have some little paper up here. Let me see. I do have some fall themed paper. Let's see if it's big enough. I think it is. I think it is. Alright, you guys are going to have to help me pick. Is this the same paper? No, it's not. And inside, keep in mind the colors are just a little bit different. This isn't quite as bright as it looks. Your centerpieces for your wedding book were freaking great. So good. And the your little fall centerpiece today, Tina. Ask Bug. I love fall. I mean, that's why we're making this little fall themed journal. All right, let's see. I kind of like this. This is a little bit like dark navy blue. Looks black and white, but it's navy. This is just gray. But, you know, Bug, she likes her gray. Orange. This is like a wood grain. I've used this one several times. So I actually don't think there's 2 of these. Let me check. Because we can't use that one if there's not 2 of them. Nope, there's not 2 of that one. Because I've already used it. Oh, good. Yeah, it turned out really great, especially for dollar store. I was pretty impressed. I did not, before you mentioned it, I didn't realize it was dollar store. So we've got this fall leaf, which kind of matches this, but maybe it's a little too spot on. We've got the plaid, the gray, I don't think I have 2 of that plaid either. And then we've got the wood grain, and then we can look in this book too. This is fun. Ooh, I like this one. It's like little leafy things. Gotta make sure there's 2 of each of these too. I don't know. Yeah, there's 2. Okay, and then this green color, which does not come off, and it looks like it has a stain in the middle. This is green, but it looks really dark in the picture. Ooh, we've got dots. This is a brown stripe. And we've got like this fun triangle pattern. You guys seeing anything that you think would look good inside this? You know what? I love these fall papers, but normally I do like a full... I could do a strip in the middle and then do 2 again anyway, even though it's a curved one. Because we're going to curve the book like this. So, I can get some full-length paper, too, and check. Oh, of course you say gray. Gray, gray. Was there even 2 of the grays? I think there was 2 of the grays. There's this. This is like a... There's 3 different grays. We've got this triangle gray, we've got this gray, and then we've got the gray on this one. Which might be the same gray, honestly. Let me look. It's pretty similar. Yeah, well, and you know, the funny thing is, I'm obsessed with gray too, but it's usually for clothing. I like my bright colors for... Let me see. Let me pull out this and just look at it. That does look pretty nice. But the thing is, I love that these are my themed ones, but I think I might have to look at a couple full length pages really quick. Let me go see. 1 second, guys. I found great polka dots. How do we feel about the gray polka dots? Yeah? That was a good find, I think. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to go over here really quick. Everybody take a drink of water. I'm going to cut this off camera. Everybody get a drink of water. You can still hear me and I can still see you. But I'm just going to cut this off camera really quick. Thank you for lurking, Tina. And thank you so much for stopping in, honestly. I am so sorry I didn't recognize you at first. I was a little bit frazzled. Fair enough. You get some good sleep. All right. Anybody else hanging out? Tell me about your night. There we go. That's what it's gonna look like, but we're going to sew this off screen again. Or not again, but I'm gonna be off screen again. Let me make sure my sewing machine is ready for me. And thank you to Bug for moderating tonight and hanging out. I love you and appreciate you. Okay, I'm just going to do a simple stitch on the edge of this off screen. Maybe soon enough, and it's not dry enough, but it's almost time for me to change my needle anyway. So I might chance it. Well, I do have, if I use my heat gun, it's going to make some noise. Would you guys rather me mute you? Or do you mind listening to a heat gun? Let me know. Thoughts? Thoughts on the sound. It's not too loud. How loud is it to you guys? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna use it then. I just don't want to ruin people's relaxation. This is drying a wee bit funky though. Where's my bone? Oh, there it is. I'm like half tempted to switch my thread. I've got this really shiny orange thread, but that would be boring. You guys waiting for me to switch my thread. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to switch it for a small sewing break? Let me know. Go lay down, doggies. It's not time yet. Switch my thread. It's white right now. My thread's white right now. So I would be switching it to the shiny orange thread. For, I'm going to be sewing the edges. Which is why I'm drying this, because it'll gum up my needle. It's going to be a short break if I do switch, just because I've got to rethread the sewing machine. But you guys can grab a snack. Alright, that should be dry enough to sew. Alright, I'm going to switch my thread and I'm going to sew this. I'm going to take my screen off because you're not going to be looking at much. But you can still hear me. And I will peek back at you guys periodically. It won't be too long of a break. I just got to rethread this really quick. And then sew the edges will take 5 seconds. noises. What just happened? Well, for the first time since I've had the sewing machine, I've got a jam, which means I either I don't know what happened. This is how it's going to look. Look how pretty. But the thread got caught inside the sewing machine, and I'm gonna have to take it apart. So bummer deal. We might be ending a little early tonight. I think I have to unscrew a piece to get it out. Unless you guys want to see some more stuff that isn't related to this particular venture. Oh, I got it unstuck. Alright, is anybody else still paying attention? I might still be able to salvage this cover. Do you guys want to see the rest of it? Let me rethread. It's wrapping around the dang thingamajig. That's the problem. Let me try this. Anybody here? Anybody here? Just curious. if I should keep going on this cover, if you guys want to call it a night, let me know. I'm rethreading it now. I did get it unstuck, thank goodness. But its tension is off still. It has to do with the actual way it's coming off of this. Anybody else paying attention besides Bug? If more than Bug wants me to keep going, I'll keep going, but just curious. I'm trying to figure out why this is not coming off the bobbin right. It's getting all tangly. All right. Thank you for chatting. If you guys can be a little bit patient with me, then I can keep trying. I just haven't had this issue on this machine yet. So I wasn't sure. It felt like the thread was going to like stay in the sewing machine. And so there was going to be no way, but I got it out. And we'll see. I've got to do a couple test things after I get this dang thing threaded. It's got an automatic threader that doesn't work very well. Maybe I'll get a camera and face it over here next time. But I'm saving up for that. Hopefully I'll buy it sometime this week. Alright, let me do a little test strip here. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have to not go as fast. See, this is just unwinding all crazy like. For some reason. But it's sewing correctly now. I've only got a little bit left. The other problem was I did not realize I hadn't sewn since I put my book press over here. And it's kind of in the way, but it's massively heavy. Still tangling. But I can kind of try to prevent it till we finish this line. That was a lovely noise, huh, guys? Let's see. Alright. We did it! I'm gonna have to play with my sewing machine though. We've got one little stitch here that is bringing the white in. because I wasn't going to thread a bobbin today. Because that would have taken even longer. But it looks good. It's fun. Look at that sparkle. Now we can, let's see if I can pull this orange through on this other side. Cut it. And then that's what it's going to look like on the inside, which is perfect. That's one of the reasons why I didn't. You can see some of the white over here, the white thread, but a lot of it's covered, so it doesn't matter that the orange isn't on both sides. And then we're going to glue Chamois. Actually, yeah, we're going to glue. We're not going to do. I was using my tape gun on the insides, but then the paper was crinkling with the it's not as flexible as the glue. So we're going to go with glue. How was your night, Faith? I think I'm going to do this one side at a time. Just so I can get it nice and adhered before it starts drying. I turned the air off, which was probably a bad idea. I was getting kind of cold earlier, but no, I'm not cold anymore. Not with these lights and the pressure of hanging out with you guys on. Just kidding, it's not much pressure. Except for when things start going wrong. Alright, let's start with that side. Center it as best as we can. I don't get too finicky. If people buy my journals, they should not be the type of people that likes things absolutely perfect. I'm not a machine, and I'm an artist, and I'm not going to get everything right all the time. And right is kind of relative. So there's going to be things that aren't perfectly lined up, and that's okay. That's the beauty of something that's handmade. I call those maker's marks. And we're just gonna... It's taken you years to be okay with creations not being perfect. You know, it really has taken me years as well. And that's why I picked some of the other mediums that I used to do all the time. Because there was like a lot of, like Bob Ross likes to say, happy happy mistakes. But some of these other mediums are more challenging, and then more things can go wrong, or can look off. And you know what? Like, somebody took their time. I mean, you guys have seen how long just these little tiny books. If you were in here earlier, I stitched 2 signatures earlier, and you saw how long that took. That took us a whole hour or so. Just to stitch those 2 signatures. And that's just one part of the book. And then you've seen how long it takes now to make this cover. Okay, so we're smoothing this out, and we're gonna do this. And so it bubbles up. That's just something that's gonna happen with this, with adding like paper. It's not as flexible as the fabric. And then bending it like this after it's glued, it just kind of crinkles and wrinkles a little bit. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Don't freak out if you make a book and it does that. I don't anymore, because the pages kind of cover up this spine part, which is where a lot of the wrinkling happened. And then while the glue is still wet, you can smooth a little bit of that out. So it's not going to be too noticeable. There's bubbling right here. The light is not being fine. So there's this bubbling here. That's going to be covered by the stitching. You won't even really see that unless you're looking really hard. Alright, we're going to grab our signatures, and I'm just going to show you guys what... I made the cover a little big, but I kind of did that on purpose. Because it's like it's kind of a soft cover. It's not really a hard cover. And so having the extra space is kind of nice. I didn't think about a closure for this, so we're going to have to do a different kind of closure that doesn't need to be covered up by the inside paper. So I'm going to have to make some thoughts about that, or think about that a little bit. I'm thinking maybe a ribbon on the outside, if I can find a nice fall colored ribbon. And then you can tie it like I did that Granny Goth, but not with the eyelets. Just all the way around. So I'll have to look at my ribbon stash and see. But then this is what we're gonna get. This is a classic junk journal too. It's got envelopes in there too. So there's little pockets. There's some music paper. Different shades of different colors of paper. I don't have the math done for this one, so we're not going to be sewing the signatures in today. But that's okay. Now you guys kind of have an idea. We did some sewing today of signatures. We did some sewing of the cover today. And then we made a cover. And you guys have pretty much seen a whole book made. Let's see if I can... Here's earlier's book. This is... I think I might do a giveaway when I reach affiliate, and someone will get this wonky journal for free, and maybe some other goodies from me. one of my followers. So, yeah. And they're actually about the same size. That's funny. Didn't plan that. Alright, I think I'm going to be taking off here, guys, in a few minutes. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me all night. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the people chatting with me. I appreciate the lurkers. And I love you all. And I really hope you have an amazing night. Thank you.